I have to be upfront, Art. I feel let down by the NBA and its former stars because it's surprising that no one is addressing her disregard for Kobe Bryant's parents. He left her a significant inheritance, a considerable fortune. For years, Vanessa's supposed neglect of Kobe's family has been in the news. Now at last, Kobe's mother, Pam Bryant, is speaking out. The allegations targeting Vanessa are intense, ranging from her exclusion from Kobe's estate to suggestions that she alienated him from his own family. The situation is quite chaotic. Let's dissect it. Pam has decided to speak out about Vanessa after keeping quiet for years. 5 years post Kobe's untimely death, Pam Bryant has bravely stepped forward with comments regarding Vanessa Bryant, highlighting their financial disputes and a troubled relationship. Let me share this. The revelations are truly wild. What has everyone reeling is Pam's allegation that Vanessa has left her in dire financial straits, potentially rendering her homeless. Imagine, a 70-year-old woman, mother to a genuine basketball icon, reportedly facing financial hardship while her daughter-in-law possesses wealth akin to that of several small nations. The sheer nerve, the drama, the complete turmoil of it all has social media in an uproar. Yet, before we jump into the latest turmoil, it's essential to explore the backstory of this family feud. It's clear this didn't spring up overnight. Years of simmering bitterness, cultural conflicts, and familial turmoil that could inspire the most experienced reality TV directors have fed into this feud's outrageous backstory. It began during what was supposed to be the most joyous time in Kobe's life. In 2001, Kobe Bryant appeared to be at the pinnacle of success. He was thriving, financially secure, and on the verge of marrying his soulmate, Vanessa. Yet, his parents, Joe and Pamela Bryant, allegedly expressed their disapproval of his union with Vanessa, who hail from a Latin background. Their discontent with their son's decision led them to skip his wedding entirely. This act was a conscious decision to openly dishonor their son's union on a day that was meant to be monumental for him. The repercussions of their absence were profoundly hurtful. By 2003, Kobe had not communicated with his parents for 2 long years, indicating that this family was enduring utter silence for a full 24 months. That's a serious family conflict unfolding. The sole event that softened the frigid dynamics between Kobe and his family was the arrival of his eldest daughter, Natalia, in January 2003, since nothing seems to warm hearts like a new grandchild. Just when the family saga seemed to reach a lull, it took another chaotic turn. In 2013, Joe and Pamela tried to sell off Kobe's memorabilia, which included jerseys, 2 championship rings from the 2000 Lakers season, and other intimate belongings, all without his approval. These rings symbolize the apex of basketball glory, yet his parents were ready to part with them, as if they were mere items at yard sale. Pam had already secured $450,000 in advance from the auction house, indicating they were using the profits from their son's beloved items without his consent. Upon discovering this, Kobe firmly opposed the situation and pursued legal action. He filed a lawsuit against both his parents and the auction house, eventually emerging victorious. The ensuing legal battles were truly outrageous, leading his parents to publicly apologize. In their public statement, Joe and Pamela recognized that they had fostered confusion and caused unintentional hurt, and they conveyed gratitude for the financial assistance Kobe had given them throughout the years. However, the harm was irreversible, and Kobe was clearly irate. In a 2016 ESPN interview, he characterized their dynamic as emblematic of his irritation regarding their reliance on him financially and the selling of his collectibles, expressing, "I say I'm going to purchase you a lovely home." And the reply is, "That's insufficient, then you're selling my stuff." The genuine emotion in Kobe's remarks was profoundly poignant. This is a man who reached the pinnacle of basketball success, known for his generosity to his family, yet he sensed a profound betrayal from them in a manner that was highly public. The weight of those words resonates deeply when you understand it transcended mere financial concerns. It was fundamentally tied to respect, loyalty, and the fractures in familial ties driven by the pursuit of wealth. As Kobe continued his journey in the sport, his connection with his parents endured strain, marked by intervals of distance and fleeting reconciliations. There were instances that brought a glimmer of hope to his supporters. In 2005, Joe took on the role of coach with the Los Angeles Sparks, appearing to be a step toward reconciliation. During the Lakers' championship journey in 2010, both Joe and Pamela attended several games, albeit through an invitation from a fan rather than from Kobe himself, which is rather disheartening upon reflection. Even as Kobe's life neared its conclusion, there were hints that perhaps the family could achieve harmony. A family acquaintance, Wayne Slappy, remarked in 2020 about witnessing Kobe and Joe embracing at a basketball camp, indicating they were on a path to forgiveness before tragedy intervened. These moments of optimism render the current circumstances even more heartbreaking, revealing that while healing was within reach, it tragically remained unfulfilled. On January 26, 2020, a tragic event unfolded, altering lives eternally. A helicopter crash claimed the lives of Kobe, Gianna, and 7 others, sending shockwaves through the basketball community and leaving families to mourn their losses. During Kobe's memorial, Pam and Joe came to honor his memory, surrounded by their grandchildren, creating a fleeting moment of togetherness amid their sorrow. Yet the deeper conflicts lingered beneath the surface. Matters grew more complex with the passing of Joe Bryant on July 15, 2024, who succumbed to a severe stroke, leaving Pam as the sole grandparent. Vanessa's reaction to Joe's passing was strikingly detached. She offered her sympathies, but remarked that she wished circumstances had played out differently. Despite our limited time together, he consistently brought warmth and kindness. Kobe held a deep affection for him. Our thoughts are with the family. While her words were tactful, they carried a chill, leaving an impression you could discern beneath the surface. This family has yet to attain peace, even beyond the grave. The sentiment, "we wished circumstances had differed," reveals deep-seated anguish that ultimately culminated in the present uproar. Moving ahead to 2025, the situation has spiraled into a crisis that took everyone by surprise. Reports from early that year suggest that Pamela is now distanced from the family, completely disconnected from her grandchildren since Kobe's passing in 2020 and her husband's death, Joe Bryant, in 2024. We're witnessing an absolute severance. No birthday calls, no festive gatherings, and no bond whatsoever between a grandmother and her grandchildren. Things took a turn for the worse as additional content creators and commentators enter the fray. The weight of isolation must feel immense for someone grappling with the loss of her son and husband at the age of 70. It's a tough situation, yet the turmoil extended beyond financial claims. Recently, chatter erupted suggesting that Vanessa is expecting a child and purportedly involved with several partners. While she has openly responded to these rumors, the timing has ignited a whirlwind of chaos. Creators seized on this immediately, intensifying the uproar and, as many believe, adding further pressure to an already delicate family situation. While the rumors may entice the masses, the reality is that certain individuals are going to suffer serious consequences in this chaos. Online reactions surge as the cycle of generational trauma spreads. The most heart-wrenching aspect of this situation is the potential impact on Kobe's daughters. These three young girls are already navigating the heavy burden of having lost their father and sister in a tragic helicopter incident. Now, they're deprived of a connection with their sole surviving grandparents due to long-standing disputes among adults that predate their very existence. Natalia is navigating her 20s while managing the whirlwind of family drama that's unfolding in the public. Bianca and Capri are maturing without a connection to a significant part of their family roots. The mental health ramifications could lead to lifelong therapy costs. It appears that Pamela Bryant has been estranged from the family, given the lack of any public sightings with her grandkids. This leaves the children deprived of their father's upbringing stories, cherished family customs, and a crucial piece of their identity. The online reaction to this familial distress has been extraordinary and somewhat concerning upon reflection. Drama channels are cashing in on this family's suffering, with commentators and YouTubers crafting spicy opinions for clicks, while TikTok creators spin tales from generational trauma. The algorithm thrives on this kind of content since nothing attracts viewers like celebrity family feuds, financial turmoil, and kids caught in the middle. Sebastian Telfer's take on the matter radiated intense, personal experience and trauma vibes, yet his emotional response seemed off base. My family and parents were not fond of my former spouse. Since the very beginning. Right from the start, it was like, hello, here's her. Become attractive, Tarnia. The truth is, I wish I had to become attractive, Tarnia. My mom sensed it right away. This wasn't the right path. Sebastian shared his insights regarding Kobe's circumstances, and his heartfelt truth struck a chord. His exasperation was palpable, particularly when he discussed the money aspect. Seriously, the funds I had were laughable, just a fraction of what we dealt with. As a grown man, I reflect on it and think, man, if we put our minds to it, we could achieve that in just a few months. Do you catch my drift? I've never found myself in Kobe's shoes, yet it just doesn't register for me, man. It just doesn't click. The way Sebastian articulated how finances could have addressed these family issues was harshly eye-opening. However, it also underscored the intricate nature of familial trauma. You might possess endless riches, yet if your emotional scars run deep, wealth can often lead to additional complications rather than resolutions. Let's face it, mourning is a profoundly intricate experience. I can easily analyze Vanessa's situation endlessly, but the reality is, I'll never truly grasp the depth of her struggle or the burden she now must bear. Fortunately, Vanessa has been incredibly candid regarding her grief and her methods of coping with it. With openness that strikes a chord with those who have faced comparable heartaches, she reveals her challenges and the way she navigates them. In a conversation with People magazine in March 2021, Vanessa expressed her sorrow, saying, "I can't claim to be strong all the time. My daughters lift my spirits amid the anguish. They empower me. Ultimately, my goal is to make Kobe, Gigi, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri proud." These contemplations reveal her journey through grief and how she seeks meaning in commemorating Kobe and Gianna. In May 2021, Vanessa honored Kobe's posthumous entry into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame with a heartfelt address. She shared a poignant letter she penned for him, declaring, "Thank you for loving me enough to span multiple lifetimes. In every lifetime, my choice is you." These lines resonate with the timeless connection they share, a love that persists beyond mortality. Vanessa has celebrated the memories of Kobe and Gianna with lasting tributes, such as tattoos. In June 2020, she unveiled a neck tattoo featuring a heartfelt message from Kobe, and in 2021, she added a tribute tattoo for Gianna, called Mambasita. These enduring symbols remind her each day of her cherished family and the bond she still shares with them. Yet the irony is profound. She is committed to honoring her late husband's legacy through community projects and philanthropic efforts. However, her husband's sole remaining parent seems to be facing financial difficulties in their later years. There haven't been any recent updates on social media, appearances in public, or news reports that suggest any communication between Pamela and her grandchildren. This indicates that the total separation has endured through several painful experiences. It's noteworthy that this family couldn't reunite following Kobe's passing, nor after Joe's death, nor amidst the sorrow that should have brought them closer. The extent of bitterness necessary to sustain such a rift during such profound losses is truly astonishing. The emotional toll on those children is immense, and frankly, the public's fixation on this turmoil is likely exacerbating their struggles. Picture yourself as Natalia, Bianca, or Capri, witnessing your family's turmoil go viral on TikTok, being analyzed in YouTube threads, and serving as fodder for drama channels. These children will navigate a digital landscape where their family's deepest sorrows are archived online. This situation echoes the aftermath of Kobe's death, when media outlets rushed to exploit the heartbreak for clicks. Even more than 2 years after that tragic event, Vanessa Bryant continues to show the emotional weight of her loss. On January 26, 2020, Kobe and their 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, tragically lost their lives in a helicopter crash, an event that devastated their family. However, alongside the profound grief for her husband and child, Vanessa was forced to confront a harrowing violation of privacy, compounding her immense sorrow. In September 2020, Vanessa initiated legal proceedings against Los Angeles County after she learned that members of the sheriff's office and fire department had taken and circulated unauthorized photos of the crash scene, including images of the victims' bodies. Her lawsuit addressed issues of invasion of privacy and negligence, underlining the emotional distress caused to her and the families of other victims. This legal struggle reached a significant conclusion with a jury ruling in her favor, awarding $16 million in damages in August 2022. In February 2023, the county settled for $28.85 million, a sum designed to cover the jury's initial ruling and extra compensation for potential claims from her daughters. The lawsuit revealed alarming misconduct among the first responders who were expected to uphold the highest professional standards and show empathy. Instead, sheriff's deputies and firefighters took disturbing photos of the accident scene, which were allegedly circulated at social events, including at a bar. This disclosure stunned the community, highlighting a significant violation of ethical norms and fundamental human decency. Vanessa Bryant contended that these actions not only invaded her privacy, but also disrespected her family's dignity. She voiced concerns that the photos could eventually appear on the internet, leading to additional emotional distress. Throughout the trial, her attorneys highlighted that the improper images had no investigative value and were solely for the pleasure of those responsible. A particularly incriminating piece of evidence came from a sheriff's deputy who confessed to displaying the pictures at a gathering. Additionally, another firefighter reportedly distributed the images among co-workers at an award ceremony. Vanessa's lawsuit aimed to hold the responsible parties accountable, seeking justice for the unethical behavior of county officials. The trial that commenced in August 2022 featured her as a witness in a gripping and emotional testimony. She recounted the deep pain inflicted by the existence of these photographs beyond authorized access. The jury decisively favored her, granting $16 million in damages. Another claimant, Chris Chester, who tragically lost both his wife and daughter in the accident, received $15 million. This verdict conveyed a strong statement that mishandling of delicate images from crash scenes is unacceptable. After the trial concluded, the county aimed to sidestep further legal issues and opted for a settlement of $28.85 million, which encompassed the initial jury verdict and other claims. Vanessa's fight garnered immense support from the public. Fans of Kobe Bryant, along with privacy advocates, criticized the actions of the sheriff's deputies and firefighters implicated. This case also highlighted widespread worries about first responders' conduct and the regulations surrounding confidential information. Consequently, Los Angeles County established more stringent guidelines for managing accident scene photos to avert a recurrence of such incidents in the future. Though she has maintained her resilience in seeking justice, she also consistently honors her late husband with heartfelt tributes that reveal the profound connection they shared. On what would have been Kobe's 46th birthday, She took to Instagram to share a moving photo of them together, articulating her everlasting love and the deep chasm his absence has created. These tributes serve as a means for Vanessa to celebrate Kobe's legacy, not only for herself, but also for their daughters and his admirers everywhere. Through personal notes, family gatherings, or events that commemorate his life, she continually highlights their unbreakable bond. Her sorrow is an integral part of her path, but she channels it into significant endeavors, ensuring that Kobe's influence on basketball and philanthropy endures. Beyond her social media posts, Vanessa has been instrumental in orchestrating events that pay tribute to both Kobe and Gianna. She has collaborated with Nike to launch exclusive sneakers and clothing in honor of Kobe, ensuring his legacy endures in sports. Furthermore, she is deeply engaged with the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, helping young athletes thrive based on Kobe and Gianna's love for the sport. The sorrow of losing a cherished one is profound, and it's even more challenging when the details of their passing haunt her thoughts. Yet the pressing question for many is, what enduring influence might this have on them? The varying generational perspectives on this matter are equally intriguing. Elder generations tend to rally around Pam, stressing the importance of honoring tradition and familial duties, while the younger crowd prioritizes establishing boundaries and safeguarding their mental well-being. Gen Z and millennials are radiating a strong, "you owe toxic relatives nothing" vibe, in contrast to the boomer and Gen X sentiment of family is family, no matter what. The generational discussions have been truly captivating to observe. Moreover, the timing surrounding this situation raises eyebrows, with many wondering if Pam's choice to speak out now is a calculated move or a desperate outburst. Her 5 years of silence, followed by a sudden public revelation, just as Vanessa grapples with other rumors, has led to theories about intentionally timed actions. However, there are those claiming that sorrow and economic strain don't adhere to neat schedules, and occasionally individuals hit their limits unexpectedly. The reaction on social media has been entirely chaotic throughout all platforms. Twitter discussions resemble extensive essays on familial duties. TikTok participants are crafting duets featuring their own stories of family struggles. Instagram feeds are packed with polls compelling users to take a stance. YouTube comment sections have transformed into therapeutic spaces where individuals openly recount their experiences with toxic family relationships. The online community has essentially converted this family struggles into a shared moment of healing for everyone grappling with similar traumas. What irks many is how this affects Kobe's legacy. Rather than being celebrated solely for his basketball prowess and uplifting influence, the turmoil within his family is becoming a chapter in his narrative. The man reached iconic status both in sports and beyond, inspiring countless individuals worldwide. Yet now his family issues are taking center stage across every platform. It increasingly feels like their personal drama is eclipsing Kobe's remarkable legacy. And let's face it, that was likely the last outcome he would have preferred. The reaction from the celebrity world regarding this matter has been remarkably subdued, and truthfully, that might be the wisest course of action. Many of Kobe's past teammates and famous acquaintances have chosen to remain on the sidelines, likely recognizing that aligning with one side in family disputes yields no benefits. However, the lack of comment from the celebrity sphere has also been seen by some as either complicity or evasion, particularly following Dr. Umar's criticism of the NBA community for not demanding accountability from Vanessa. The global reaction to this familial saga has been nothing short of astonishing, as Kobe was a worldwide symbol admired by many. Fans across the globe are expressing their own cultural views on family duties. Truly, some insights from diverse cultures have been incredibly intriguing. Various societies hold distinct beliefs regarding elder support, inheritance norms, obligations, and family allegiance. Consequently, this scenario has evolved into a cultural exploration of how various groups perceive these responsibilities. As the years move on, those children are maturing without ever meeting their grandmother, complicating any chances of forging future bonds. This situation could lead to lasting repercussions for various generations within the Bryant lineage. The sorrow stemming from this scenario reaches beyond just a close-knit family, prompting us to reassess our perceptions of fame, affluence, and familial duties today. This issue transcends the Bryants. It brings forth significant inquiries regarding our obligations to our relatives, the responsibilities tied to inherited riches, and the way public figures handle personal family issues amidst the social media landscape. As this narrative unfolds and shifts across social media channels, the stakes are incredibly high for all parties involved. Pam Bryant, now in her 70s with health issues, may have limited time left to mend ties with her grandchildren. Vanessa is under constant strain to shield her daughters from family turmoil while grappling with her moral duty to stand by Kobe's mother. Meanwhile, the kids at the heart of the situation are growing up without a clear grasp of their complete family history and cultural roots. The saga of the Bryant family serves as a cautionary reminder of how familial disputes can spiral out of control, particularly when entangled with finances, cultural clashes, injured egos, and the burdens of public scrutiny. It sheds light on the intricate difficulties that families encounter when grappling with unexpected riches, profound grief, and the relentless attention that follows fame. We appreciate your viewership. If this video resonated with you, be sure to explore more incredible content on our channel. Stay safe, and catch you in the next episode.